Hey, what is up guys? It's 9 back again with another video, and we all know the patch is right around the corner, probably coming out Tuesday next week, patch 4.0, and now we actually have a look at the patch notes and what expected changes we can see going into the patch next week. I saw it on this Dexerto article that was released today, and I'll have the article linked below for you guys to go and check out, but let's just get right into it. So as for agent updates, it says Neon goes live, and that's it. There's no Yoru changes, not coming yet. No nerfs to Astra, no nerfs to Jet, no anything. It looks like for agents, all we're getting is just Neon and everybody's remaining the same. I think Riot really just wants to release Neon into the ecosystem, see how it plays out for 2 weeks, and then they're gonna make adjustments to her and adjustments to the other agents around her. But for now, pretty much she's going in, none of the other agents are getting touched. And when it comes to weapon updates, we're actually getting changes to the melee or the knives in Valorant. And they write here, the melee's been too tricky to aim with, making it tough to rely on. So we're updated both left and right click melee attacks for more reliable agent whacking action. Right click hitboxes are now 1.5x larger, left click hitboxes are now larger than a right click and have a slightly longer range too. Targets closer to the center of your knife attacks will get first hit, so you still have precision if you need it. Bonus, knifing walls now have instant feedback when slicing up walls. Now these changes I actually really like, because the knife in Valorant has always been very bad. It's always been super inconsistent. Sometimes you get the kill, sometimes you don't, and they're right in front of you. And it's not like CSGO where you get more money for knife kills. So going for knife kills in Valorant is never ever worth it, because it's so easy to mess up and get yourself killed. But now that the hitboxes are larger and more consistent, going for those knife kills will be a little bit more reliable and consistent. So it's just, one of those changes that overall won't make the biggest difference to the game, but it's nice to see. Now, let's get into the Spectre, because the Spectre is getting a nerf. And they write here, the Spectre's versatility makes us happy, but it was overperforming in long-range engagements and was too powerful even within its intended close-range and mobile scenarios. By making the accuracy error come in a bit earlier and switching yaws more often, we hope it will make it more difficult to get kills when spraying over a long range. Likewise, the close-range sprays will require more control to be effective. Right here, firing error occurs at earlier bullet stages. For example, instead of errors occurring at bullets 4, 7, 10 in terms of firing order, they will instead happen at bullets 3, 6, 8. Increased pitch and yaw, which is vertical and horizontal recoil multipliers when running, jumping on a sender from 1.25 to 1.5, protected bullet count from yaw, horizontal switching while spraying decreased 8 to 5 bullets, lowering time to switch yaw from 0.24 to 0.18 seconds. Now that was a lot of info, but basically it's gonna be harder to control the recoil on your Spectre, and it's especially going to be harder when moving, when jumping, when ascending, which was definitely the Spectre's strength. That thing was a run and gun machine. I would all the time run around corners where I think people are, just completely spraying, not even trying to stop, because I know I have a pretty good success rate of getting the kill even if I'm just sprinting across, right? And of course jumping, going up ropes, that kind of stuff, it was just way too accurate. And I completely agree with these changes and making the bullet error come in earlier, making the horizontal and vertical recoil harder to control, so it will force people to more often than not really actually stop and really actually pull down on their mouse and try to control the recoil a little bit. So those changes I completely agree with, and I think they make complete sense, thinking about how powerful the Spectre has just been in the game for a while. Now, we also get changes to ARIES. Alongside changes to the Spectre, we hope to improve the feel and power of the ARIES and take it out of the shadow of other weapons in its price tier. Removed spin up, firing rate increased from 10 to 13. Now this, in conjunction with the Spectre nerfs, I think is really interesting, because the Spectre and the ARIES are both 1600, but the ARIES has always kind of been overshadowed by the Spectre. Unless you're specifically going for a strat that includes wallbanging, you would always pretty much go for a Spectre over an ARIES. But now with these two changes in effect, I think it makes it really interesting to see what people will go for, because it's a lot more nice to go for an ARIES now over a Spectre in those force buy rounds and bonus rounds. And and removing the spin up, increasing the fire rate, they're making it more of a faster LMG and making it a little bit faster to really get those bullets going, I think is a good change. And the Aries has definitely been a weapon that's been overshadowed, so I do like these changes. And now we also got changes to the Guardian. The Guardian didn't need the fire rate penalty compared to its fully automatic counterparts, so we're removing it. Adding another bullet before it starts to get unstable should make the weapon feel much more proficient at tapping shots and improve its overall effectiveness in a fight. Removed firing rate penalty on ADS, added an extra bullet before it enters a recovery curve. And so now your fire rate when you're hip firing and ADS will essentially be the same, and you will have more bullets to shoot before you enter a recovery curve in your Guardian, which will make it more accurate to use for a longer period of time. And so I think this is just good quality of life adjustments to the Guardian. Another gun that doesn't see too much use all that much, so I really like that they're trying to really change up the weapon meta without, they haven't added any new weapons yet to the game, but they're really making adjustments to try and swap up the weapon meta, and this is just another one of those. And now we also got changes to the Bulldog. We're giving the Bulldog some love to help make it feel a bit better feel like a better buy in those situations when you might need a cheaper but versatile rifle option. Hit fire rate increased 9.5 to 10, small but nice. Recovery on burst fire improved from 0.4 to 0.3 fall, also small but nice. Inaccuracy is accrued anytime the weapon is refired prior to a complete duration of the weapon's respective gun recovery time. Lower recovery time should improve burst fire efficiency. Alright, so we got some buffs to the Bulldog, just some straight up buffs to the Bulldog. Increase the hip rate fire slightly, nice. Recovery on burst fire, nice. And this is just a step in the right direction in my opinion. The Bulldog has always been overshadowed, by the Phantom and the Vandal. Even though it's pretty decently cheaper than both those guns, it just does not feel good to have in your hand a Bulldog. I honestly rather have a Spectre in my hand at pretty much all stages, except for maybe Breeze, where 90% of the gunfights are long range. So once again, I think these are good changes to the Bulldog. It's nothing too crazy. The Bulldog is not on par with a Vandal or Phantom now. It definitely is not, but it's definitely better than what it was before and makes it more enticing for people to buy it. And then beyond that, we have some updates to the map that I think people already knew about because Breeze was getting some changes that we saw got leaked, but also Bind is getting some slight changes as well. Basically what they're doing on Bind is that they're removing the double stack of boxes on A short that people would always put one ways on, like Astras would put one ways on it, Viper would put one ways on it, and would make attacking short really difficult for people trying to push through that one way, especially if it's a Viper one way that will also do damage to you. So I like those changes. And they're also of course making changes to Breeze, which is like they're changing a lot on Breeze, and I think I'm gonna make a dedicated video to those changes, and I'll just put some screenshots on the screen right now. But if you want to check those out, there are already videos out about it, and it's just a lot to go over in this video, so I'll probably make another dedicated video on that. But besides that, we've also got some changes to competitive, and basically the change to competitive here is that now your account needs to be level 20 before you can play ranked, which is a really good change because smurfing has been a problem in the game for quite some time now. So getting your account to level 20 actually you can't really do it that fast. I think it takes a decent amount of time to get your account to level 20. So definitely anything to counter smurfing is good in my opinion. I think this is a great change and should have been done when they first introduced account levels to the game. This should have been introduced as well. I don't know why it took this long, but it did. But hey, it's here, so let's just be happy about it. And besides that, we just got some bugs fixes, and that's pretty much it for these patch notes, guys. I'm pretty sure these are gonna be the full patch notes that goes live with 4.0, but we'll have to wait until next week to see maybe there are any sort of slight adjustments or any things they might revert or anything like that. So be sure to come back next week and we'll check out the full patch notes. If nothing hasn't changed, then this video will still be relevant. But those are all the patch notes, guys. For the most part, I really like pretty much all the weapon changes. I like the changes to the knife, the Spectre, Aries, Guardian, Bulldog. The map updates I think are really good actually when you look at Breeze, and removing that box on Bind makes a lot of sense to me. making it so you have to be level 20 to start playing ranked. I think these are all really fantastic changes. I really just wanted to see some agent balancing, and I know that will come soon, but I really thought we were gonna get some at the start of the act, but seems like Riot's going in a different direction. And so let me know everything you guys think about these patch notes. How do you feel about these weapon changes, guys? And that's it. Yeah, just leave it in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.